Guys, AnimeFate back again. So as you can see, we're obviously not in the normal room that we're shooting in, and I'm holding a sword. So today's going to be a video that I've been talking about for a little bit. I own multiple, I don't want to call them props because they're all metal, they're all real. I can use them, I can chop down things, I can cut. So I don't want to call them props because they're not plastic. They can actually be used, but I don't want to call them weapons because they're not day-to-day things. But so today's video is going to be on 4 anime and or video game weapons that I own. Starting with the Attack on Titan sword. So these are used to kill titans. You slit them right here at the nape or the back of the head, and use them with the anti-grav armor, which is basically a belted hilt with a box of blades that you would use the handle here. You'd click in, and so double tap would give your boxes, they have gas canisters on them, which would actually boost you upward. But a hold and release detaches the blade. So usually if you come up, you would stab the sword in, hold, pull out, keep holding, put it in, grab another blade, pull it out, you got yourself a whole brand new blade. And they usually carry 16 on each side. But so, this one, I've had this one for a couple years now. It's actually, it's not heavy, but it's not light. It is a 16 fold. It is, again, a regular use. As you can see, I dulled the tip down because it just, you know, the way I had this, it just kept hitting the bottom, so I just dulled it down, so if I were to set it down, it wouldn't get damaged anymore. But, so, I mean, it's got good use on it. Again, lever works. It's a nice blade. I'll give a close-up on it. It's a very nice blade. I don't use it for very many things, obviously. As much as I say it's not a prop, I use it as a prop. I've done Comic-Con for quite a few years. One time I went as Eren, and another time went as Levi. And so anyone who does understand and know what Attack on Titan is, you'll know who those characters are. But anyways, so what I'm going to be doing is just flashing through. So snap my fingers, and next thing you know, the next weapon will be in my hand. So we are going to move on to number 2, which is my Death Scythe. It is a Kudokori Okami Death Scythe. So let's get it in here. So here's the Death Scythe. I'm going to lean it over just because I don't know if it's actually in shot. But this thing I actually just recently got here. It is a half tang, and this thing has served me very well. Surprising enough, as much as it is technically a prop item, as you can see, I've got a lot of yard here, and we get really, really big weeds. So as much as I ordered this as a cool anime prop, I honestly got it because it helps with the weeds. And so I take care of it, I clean it, you know, it hasn't rusted, I keep it well oiled. For those of you who do temper blades and all that, you'll know that you have to oil your blade, especially after washing it off. So, because it will rust easily. But so this thing's got a pretty good handle on it. I got it on Amazon for $60, which, no, $50, because normally you can't get them for under $80, but a lot of people were saying that this is a really good one. It does take a little bit of work here, but it does twist in half and it breaks down, so you can store it. Mine, I actually hang in my room, and I think in one of my other videos has been shown off. But so now it's a small hand scythe. I don't think this comes from a show. and if it does, I don't know what show and or game. All I know is that it is based off of some anime or manga. I only got it simply because I like it, and it's very cool. And I didn't do a video for it when it first got here, simply because, and some people might see this as a problem, it does screw in up here, but when it screws in here, I don't know, it's so hard to screw in. We actually, me and my father, we actually had to get pliers, grab on each end, and full forcingly screw it down because the threads were just slightly bigger than the hole. Which, mind you, is really nice because I don't have to worry about it coming loose. Because if I had to full force it and I was barely even moving it, obviously I won't have to worry about it coming loose at all. But so, you know, it's a pretty good weapon. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, zombie apocalypse, I need all the weapons and stuff like that. But at the same time, we live in a society with everything going on right now where people are harming others for basic needs such as toilet paper, baking, and I've heard about shootings for video games. So, and this is just on a day-to-day basis. So, call me a weirdo, call me an anime nerd, but at the same time, unless you've got a firearm on you and you're coming up to my house, you're not getting very far. So, I've pierced things with this. I've actually tried it out. We do have a test dummy. If you've seen, there's a show called Forged in Fire. They have test dummies on there. There's also a show a long time ago called Deadliest Warrior. We got some of those gel dummies. They do replicate piercing skin, blood, and all that. And this thing has lopped off heads. It is pierced up and into the chest. So, again, I like it aesthetically, you know. But, so, we're going to go on to the next item, which most of you will know this. It is from a video game. So, let's get on to that now. And, okay. So now, if you guys can take a guess, this is the Cloud Strife. The label on it was Dragon Buster. I don't know the technical name for it. It's a Buster sword, technically. I did get this at one of my Comic-Con conventions, which there's a funny story to it. When we went, one of my friends was there with me, and they tried buying a small dagger. Now, mind you, at the time, I think I was 7. No, I just turned 18. Just turned 18. And they as well just turned 18. And I bought this, $100 in cash, right there. My friend, they wanted to buy like a knife, I think this big. Oh, they got ID'd, and they got, you know, are you actually 18? Do you have a parent or guardian nearby that we can check with? Mind you, me, just walked off with it. And he got stuck there for the whole time. It was hilarious. He never even got the knife. He just said, screw it. So, I'll take this thing out. Now, the only problem that I have with this is that, because I got this 6 to 7 years ago. It did get a little banged up, because when we moved, the bottom comes off, which I am trying to fix now. I've tried regular glue, tried plexi glue, doesn't work. I need to get actual like Gorilla wood glue, but with everything being closed right now, it's kind of hard to go get that. So, if you guys, honestly, I'm probably just going to take it off for the simple reasoning of it's probably going to fall off anyways, and I don't need that happening while I'm trying to pull it out. So, stick that in there. Now, this thing weighs anywhere between 45 to 55 pounds. I mean, this thing, this thing is heavy. Okay, as you can see, it is sharp at the end. There was a piece of leather there. I will give a closer look to this. This thing is cool. I love it. I have never once regretted buying it. It is very cool to show off to my friends. It is very cool to show off to actually practically anyone. I mean, not many people can pull out the Cloud Strife Buster Sword and say, hey, I own this. I think this is from Final Fantasy 7? 7, I think so, yeah. This thing is amazing. This one is a prop. It is multiple pieces. It is aluminum at the top, and it is then steel and then wood. If I actually kind of give it a good knock, you can probably hear it. You hear that little ting? That means that it's multiple pieces. What I want to do is I want to remove the wood handle, get a solid metal handle, get leather wraps around it, and I want to weld it all together. I do have a welding station in my garage where I do a lot of my woodworking, and I actually want to, I don't want to say make it usable, but at the same time, I don't want to make it just a flimsy little prop. Now, as I said, this thing is heavy, and if I sit here and if I hold it long enough, you will start seeing me shake like that. But it is very cool. Like I said, not once have I ever regretted buying this thing. Alright, so we're going to get the last thing out here, and we're going to call it the end of the video at that. So, let's get it out here, and alright. So, you're not seeing me stand here with anything. Well, the reason why is because if you've seen throughout the video, there's probably something sticking out of my wrist. Okay? And in it, I think you guys would know the franchise for this, but the Assassin's Creed Hidden Blade. I love this thing so much. I got it in a collector's box. It is wood and aluminum. So the blade is actually wooden. I don't recommend trying to stab anything with it. But so pulling it all the way back, it's got a kill switch here. So in, down, can't do nothing, up, and there you go. So, again, it's not quite useful for actually hurting anyone. This is, again, one of those aesthetic pieces. So, turning it on, and all you do is you just tap your hip. So, and there you go. I very much like this thing. This model came from the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which, again, it's a little finicky. This one, if you've looked, I think Assassin's Creed Black Flag came out in 2015 or 16. So this is about 4 or 5 years old. It's been used. I've had friends and friends' little brothers and little sisters, mess with it, play with it. So, yeah, it's a little finicky with it. But still, it's cool to say that you have a hidden blade. Like I said, I got this in the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Special Edition for Xbox 360. I apologize about the ambient sound, but the bird, it does suck. They won't shut up. They've been going all day. But this is the only day that it has not been raining. So please deal with that slightly. I will possibly in a couple of minutes go throw something at it to make it shut up. But anyways, so these are our 4 anime weapons today. Like I said, anime, prop, video game, weapons, all that. I don't have a technical word for it because it's a little bit of everything, But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Again, I'm still working on cleaning out and unpacking. I'm still living out of boxes, which kind of sucks. But sometime in June, hopefully I will be, because it's near the end of May right now. It's May 18th. Near the beginning of June, hopefully I will be, somewhat ready to start showing off. I know that I will be preoccupied for the first week of June simply because my girlfriend is actually coming to visit me. And she's going to be here for 2 weeks. And she might be in some of the videos. I'll at least be streaming once, maybe twice. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, as you can see, everything's busy. But I really am trying, especially for that room tour, because I have a lot of friends who actually are asking for me to show it off. I've got a lot of shelves being put up right now. I've got a lot of anime stuff. Got a lot of special edition things. I still have the original, which I might put in a video. I don't know. But they're these little laminate foil cards for Pokemon. But they were part of the story. Like it wasn't like a regular Pokemon card. It was literally like a scene from the movie. The Pokemon Mewtwo movie, which I still have on the original VHS. And so I've been collecting those. I've been collecting stickers, info cards. I've got all those. So I'm thinking about doing like a card collection video. I don't know. Maybe that's something you guys can put in the comments about your thoughts about that. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching the video, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I will see you guys in the next video.